The Uttar Pradesh Public Service Commission has postponed the preliminary exam for UPPSC PCS. Reasons have not been disclosed yet. It was meant to happen on March 17th, but now will be held in July. But remember, this comes weeks after the UP Police Constable recruitment exam was cancelled, after it was conducted amid massive protests by students alleging paper leak. At least 250 people have been arrested or detained in connection to this paper leak. But it's not just Uttar Pradesh, and it's not government jobs alone. This menace has seeped through schools. Look at these visuals. Supporters of the class 10, 12 students in Haryana's Nu scaling walls like trained gymnasts or rock climbers because someone managed to click a photograph of the question paper and upload it on social media. Not the first instance. You know, in these visuals, you see people who are carrying chits and are trying to throw it into those classrooms. And as I said, this is not the first instance. Earlier, Hindi and Urdu papers were leaked and circulated on social media as well in Nu itself. Let's just look at the last year, 2023, from Telangana to Assam to Maharashtra to Rajasthan. From paper leaks for government jobs right to schools. Mathematics, chemistry, Hindi, English, name it. Papers have been leaked. Prime Minister Modi in Rajasthan during the elections in the state had attacked the Ashok Gehlot government, slamming the Congress as paper leak mafia. Look at this data. According to the print, there were 26 paper leaks in Rajasthan in 10 years, 14 in Ashok Gehlot's time, and the other 12 under the previous Vasundhara Raje government. Bringing out this data to show how parties across parties have failed in delivering their promises, even as it has snowballed into an election issue yet again. Rahul Gandhi has claimed there have been 70 paper leaks in 7 years. The Parliament in its last session passed the Public Examinations Bill 2024, which seeks to prevent paper leaks and malpractices in government recruitment examinations and provides for punishment including imprisonment of up to 10 years and a fine of up to 1 crore rupees. Now Rahul Gandhi is claiming that they will bring a new law to ensure foolproof examinations that are conducted. Rahul Gandhi today, in his 5 promises to the youth ahead of the polls, has claimed that the party will bring a new law to check paper leaks where there will be a standardized format to conduct examinations. Under this, there will be no outsourcing to private companies. As I said, parties after parties, promises after promises across states. Why are we failing our students? I'm being joined today by Sanjeev Bishnoi, who is a student preparing for exams, these competitive exams, and has been a victim himself. Pradeep Maur, BJP leader, Arvind Kumar Jain, former DGP for Uttar Pradesh, Pankuri Pathak, spokesperson for Congress, as well as Nayan Parekh, educationist. Thank you very much, all of you, for joining us. Sanjeev Bishnoi, let me come to you first. Sanjeev, what is your experience with paper leaks?
I have given EORO paper last year. Can you hear me?
Yes, please go ahead, Sanjeev. जी, go ahead, बोलिए.
Yes, ma'am. तो last year मैंने EORO का पेपर दिया था, जिसमें विग पहन के कुछ स्टूडेंट्स आए थे और उनको पकड़ा गया था सेंटर से भी. एंड अब उसका ये पता नहीं है कि अब उसने कितनी लोगों को विग्स प्रोवाइड करवाई थी एंड हाउ मेनी वर कॉट. सो
वो विग्स पहन के क्या कर रहे थे वहां पे?
वो विग पहना हुआ था और वो ब्लूटूथ डिवाइस, दे वर कनेक्टेड ब्लूटूथ डिवाइस इन इट. द स्टूडेंट्स व्हिच वर गिविंग पेपर, सम ऑफ द स्टूडेंट्स, एंड दे वर कॉट. But the paper was not declared leak, and उसका फिर रिजल्ट भी आगे जाके, और अब शायद ज्वाइनिंग भी है उनकी. तो अब ये पता नहीं है कि शायद वो पेपर लीक हुआ था कि नहीं हुआ था, वो भी नहीं पता है. बट पेपर लीक्स तो हो रहे हैं, नो डाउट.
जी, आप कितने सालों से पढ़ाई कर रहे हैं? कैन यू हेल्प अस अंडरस्टैंड, संजीव?
यस मैम.
to prepare for these exams for 1 year, how much are you spending?
मैं अभी फिलहाल अपने घर पे ही हूँ. सो मैं अपना मेरा जो टोटल एक्सपेंसेस है वो काफी कम रहता है, बट स्टिल जो एक नॉर्मल कैंडिडेट है जो एग्जाम्स के प्रिपरेशन कर रहा है तो वो कम से कम 1 लाख 2 लाख रुपए तो उसको लगाना ही पड़ता है एवरी ईयर. 1
तो
to 2
आप
लाख
कोचिंग नहीं कर रहे हैं?
यस मैम.
आप कोचिंग नहीं कर रहे हैं? आपका कोई कॉस्ट नहीं है कोचिंग पे?
नहीं मैम, मेरा है कॉस्ट है. मेरा 25,000 का ईयरली 1.5 ईयर का होता है, तो वो हमने लिया हुआ है. 25,000 रुपीज का है, तो दैट इज द मिनिमम. एंड रेस्ट जो
जी, और
स्टेशनरी
आप
वगैरह है
कितने
वो
साल
उनका
से
तो
प्रिपेयर
लगता
कर
ही
रहे
है.
हैं? जब आप ये पेपर लीक्स के बारे में सुनते हैं, आपका एक्सपीरियंस राजस्थान में था, जब आप ये पेपर लीक्स के बारे में सुनते हैं, बार बार देखते हैं, आपको क्या लगता है?
मैम अब तो आदत सी हो गई ऐसा लगता है, क्योंकि अब पेपर लीक्स में एक स्टूडेंट कुछ नहीं कर सकता है. जो एक्सपेरेंट तैयारी कर रहा है वो केवल वो इसलिए तैयारी करता है कि पेपर लीक नहीं होगा शायद इस बार, बट वो हो जाता है तो उसके लिए वो अब कुछ नहीं कर सकता. ही हैज टू प्रिपेयर फॉर द नेक्स्ट एग्जाम, बिकॉज उसने पहले अपने काफी साल दिए हैं, 3 years 4 years 5 years. देयर इज नो ऑप्शन. ही हैज टू प्रिपेयर फॉर द नेक्स्ट एग्जाम.
जी,
व्हाट
एक
कैन बी
और
डन?
सवाल, आप कितने साल के हैं? आप इससे पहले कुछ कर रहे थे?
यस मैम, यस मैम. मैं प्राइवेट स्टार्टअप में काम कर रहा था मैं काफी टाइम से. आई एम मैकेनिकल इंजीनियर बाय डिग्री. एंड उसके बाद मैंने काफी काम किया प्राइवेट सेक्टर में, बट बिकॉज सम फैमिली रीजंस आई हैव टू कम बैक. तो मेरे पास ऑप्शन यही था कि मुझे तैयारी करनी चाहिए आरएस की, और मैं पिछले 3 साल से कर रहा हूँ तैयारी. एंड होपफुली अभी 20 जुलाई को मेंस की एग्जाम्स है, तो वो मेंस एग्जाम्स दूंगा मैं.
Ji, thank you very much, Sanjeev, for sharing your experience with us. Let me just straight go across at this point to Arvind Kumar Jain. Sir, you've been you've been the DGP for Uttar Pradesh, one of the states that's also been seeking paper leaks after paper leaks. How do you look at this entire issue? Why is this a repetitive affair? It's not like, it happens once in a while. And I mean, because you've been associated with Uttar Pradesh, I'm asking you this. But frankly, as I showed you data, it's pretty bad situation across states. For that matter, very few can boast of not having these kind of paper leaks. But what is the reason? You had Sanjeev right now speak about how people had Bluetooth devices inside the examination hall. That itself seems a big lapse. But what are your findings largely, sir?
This time during constable examination, UP police made very fine arrangements and no imposter could enter the classroom, or no person could carry a Bluetooth, etc. And fantastic arrangements were made, and they were praised by media also, and in general by public also, because more than 50 lakh students had appeared for this examination, and it was very important for the prestige of UP police that it should be conducted in a very fair manner. Now arrests are being made for leakage in this examination, and it is transpiring that leakage was from the press where it was published. So arrests are being made. Arrests are being made from Meerut also, from Delhi also, from other places also. Things are not absolutely clear, but I think leakage was at printing press level, because that is also a very important stage where leakage has taken place during several examinations. This time action is being taken, and I hope all the people, all the culprits who are involved in it, because the investigation is very difficult. You have to establish the trail, and several people, they dispose of the mobile, they destroy the SIM cards, and it becomes difficult to nail them. But STF is on the job, and they hope to book all the people who are involved in it in the next 10-15 days. But it has become a very, very big challenge. It has become, because so much of money is involved. Students are prepared to pay up to 8 to 10 lakhs for examination paper. they should realize that if they do it, examination naturally will be cancelled and they will lose money also. But greed is there, and they want to catch hold of the paper as soon as it is possible, and it's sold on WhatsApp for 8 lakhs, 10 lakhs, 12 lakhs, and still they are being due. What can I say? But examination, STF, UP police is on the job. Chief Minister has issued very stern orders
Okay.
that all those people who have
All
been
right.
behind it should be booked, and they should be booked, because it is very heartbreaking to see that 50 lakh students are coming for the examination from different places, and examination is paper is out.
I
And
mean, look at the visuals. We
they
have
have
it
to
on our
go back.
screen. Look at the way students were traveling to just take those examinations. It's heartbreaking. Look at the rush of students to just take that one constable post that could be available for them after preparing for years, after even working in private jobs. Like we had Sanjeev on our show right now. He's 35 years old. He's still trying to get exams, get that one government job for whatever reasons it may be. You may say whatever reasons, but let me just get in Nayan Parekh at this point. Mr. Nayan, government jobs to schools. You know, there was a time when you would teach children that don't cheat, don't copy from each other. That seems so innocent now in comparison to what we are looking at, children leaking question papers. Look at those visuals of families who then sent other con men, if I can say, who were climbing up the walls to be able to send chits into those buildings. You may argue it's a paper leak or not, but there have been several instances in that case. And if we can have those visuals of those people crawling up at this point, Mr. Nayan Parekh, why is this happening repeatedly? Why is India not able to control this? We are looking at being superpowers.
Bilkul, I think, Sneha, what you're saying is very correct. And I think in India, let us also look at, Sneha, places where we are able to do it. There are so many places where we are not able to do it. But look at, say, IIM test at CAT or IIT test at JEE, and some UPSC, IAS, IPS level of tests where we have seldom seen any leak of paper. I haven't heard of that. So I feel that at some of the places, on very prestigious ones, and where perhaps the numbers may not be very large, and the Aam Janta or general public is not involved, perhaps we have been able to do it, where it is a little elite kind of exam. But when it comes to Havaldar exam, you know, or clerk exam, or railway kind of clerk exam, I think we see that it often happens. And you talked about two important things. One is कि paper leak हो जाता है. Second ये कि examination hall में invigilator अपना काम नहीं करते. So there are two things. One is when you get a paper, and I think in that your question was very correct, that at home, what do we teach our children? That please don't do it. I mean, morally it is incorrect. When I studied in school, we had a moral science as a subject, and we were taught as to how you kind of keep your moral high, whether or not it is legally correct. Here, something is legally incorrect, and also morally
it goes into a different aspect altogether. The problem is, irrespective of what children are doing, we are not able to contain it. I mean, children may try doing whatever they want to, but the problem is law enforcers and the other invigilators are not bachas. No, they are not children.
Obviously, I think that is where we need to work at both the places, and I don't think it's very difficult. Invigilator keeping a tight control on what happens in the class is one of the, I think I would consider it a low-lying fruit. You know, we should be able to do that easily. Yadi invigilator wo nahi karte hain, so what are the actions that we have taken? At times, if somebody is wearing a Bluetooth and if invigilator didn't work, or if somebody brought in chit and if invigilator not allow, I think we have video cameras now. So we have to be very strict in implementing these kind of rules, and anybody who plays around with it, any teacher, any invigilator has to be punished very, very strictly. And same way, if there is a paper leak and we have
all right, let me just get in the remarks from others as well, sir, at this point.
Sure.
No, absolutely. You're making very valid points. Pankhuri Pathak ji, Rahul Gandhi today has brought this up again. And he has said a foolproof system needs to be brought in. The 5 promises being made to the youths. And he has said, we will get a system in place, we will get new laws in place. My problem is, what is the problem with the law that has been passed in the parliament just a month back. क्या problem था उसमें? Why do we need another law? Are you saying that the laws are not sufficient? And I'm also asking you this because just a year back or 2 years back, Prime Minister Modi in Rajasthan had called Congress paper leak mafia because one of the biggest scams before the Congress-led Ashok Gehlot government was just this. Paper leaks after paper leaks after paper leaks. I'm not saying पिछले government में नहीं हुआ था, BJP government में नहीं होता, but that I will take to the BJP person. Let's just talk about Congress right now.
Sneha, I have a list in front of me, which is a list of the paper leaks that have taken place in UP since the BJP government has been in power. Daroga Bharti, UP PCL, UP Triple SC, lower subordinate, UP Triple SC, tube well operator, and the list goes on and on. These are just the exams where the papers have been leaked. Other than that, there have been recruitments where exams were held, where the results were announced, and even after the results were announced, people were not given the jobs on one pretext or the other, or the recruitments went to court due to some irregularity, and the people, the aspirants, the selected candidates are still fighting it out in the courts. So today, in today's atmosphere, the youngsters are feeling very let down by the government. They are feeling very let down by the system. They are very desperate. In Uttar Pradesh, every other day, we see some young person or the other committing suicide due to a paper leak or due to general unemployment. So the situation is very grave right now. And when it comes to Rahul Gandhi ji, he has been continuously speaking to these people, to the unemployed youth, to these students. Have you ever seen Narendra Modi ji speaking to these aspirants? Have you ever heard him even utter the word paper leak other than during election time when the elections are taking in a place in a state where it's ruled by the Congress government? He's not talking about UP.
Okay,
He's
I'll
not
take this
talking
question
about
to
the
Pradeep Maur ji.
latest
Pradeep
leak that
Maur,
happened in Rajasthan.
Pankhuri ji hasn't responded about what's wrong with the act that was passed in the parliament that Rahul Gandhi is offering another law. I'm sure she will try. I will take this to her in the next round as well if I could. But Pradeep Maur ji, could you answer this? BJP claimed tall, but under BJP also, it's a pretty dismal state. A top UPPSC exam has now been postponed. Reason is not being known, but it's up for grabs. We all kind of understand what would have happened. BJP is doing impossible things. Double engine ki sarkar hai. What is stopping you from stopping this?
Sneha ji, if you look at the complete situation, what is happening is BJP government is actually on a crackdown move. As far as Rajasthan is concerned, SIT was there, and SIT went into those places and they found out that examinations are not completely unbiased. There is something wrong that is going on. Not only this, there were many people who were found, they were actually selling the papers, and those papers were not correct actually. They were like fake papers. So what is happening is government is on the move for the crackdown. What they are doing, they are finding out the culprits and they are being arrested. So this is what you can do. There will be, look, whenever you make a rule.
Achha, Pradeep sir, one question. Let me ask this just to try and understand. Problem kya hai? Police force kam hai. Do we have less police force? Are we not able to crack down on publishers? What is the problem? I'm sure you all are in the party, you all are in the ruling right now. I mean, I can't ask this to the opposition. Of course, they are also in ruling in states, and frankly, they should also be able to answer because they have ruled in the center also. This is a saga that's continuing. But Pradeep Maur ji, what have you found as problems? Top 3 problems, if you can name them right now. I mean, you both can, of course, continue with your political rhetorics, but if you could contribute, both of you could just bring out 3 big issues or challenges that you face to implement this.
Look, it's not political
because
rhetorics
loss to
at
hai,
all.
sir. Aap bhi manenge, loss to hai.
Yeah, it's not a political rhetorics at all. I am not trying to answer Rahul Gandhi yet, because Rahul Gandhi, what he said, he is going to make new laws or whatever. Like he talks. I mean, I can't have a comment on it. I mean, people of India will have a better comment. It's very confusing
just
as far
answer
as
my
this part
question,
is
sir.
concerned. Yeah, I'm coming on your question. So there are issues. It has to be handled. How it has to be handled? First of all, no cover-ups. We have to find the culprits. We have to find the places from where these kind of leaks or any kind of bias is happening. So this is being done. This is what is required. Making a law is not sufficient until unless can actually apply it. So making a law has been done. Now the application part is going on, wherein these kind of issues are found. Government is very conscious about it. Continuous raids are going on. People are being arrested.
Okay.
Whether they were actually leak
Okay.
paper leaks,
Let
or
me-
they were the cons who were roaming around on the streets and selling those fake papers.
Anyway, Arvind Kumar Jain ji, if I can just come back to you, Arvind Kumar Jain ji, beyond the political rhetorics at this point, what is really the problem? I mean, Nayan Parekh had a very interesting point to mention. He said elite exams don't face this kind of an issue. But the students who are taking these elite exams are not different. In fact, if you look, if there is one chaprasi or a sweeper's post also in some states, the kind of postgraduate students who have been taking those exams, that kind of shows how the desperation to be able to get that one government job of any category whatsoever. So it's not like a different substrata or a different set of students are going for these UPSC exams or whatever elite exams so and so you call. Elite also is a very term of reference because frankly the way all government jobs are gone after, one would not differentiate it. But why is it that some states are not reporting such paper leaks at such levels, others are, and why are some exams repeated targets? So is this a political, bureaucratic and the administrative setup nexus along with the academians that really muddles down to such levels? Is this where it comes up and therefore you have political patronage and therefore you will not take action?
I don't think that there is political patronage. Every state government wants that examination should be foolproof, and they also earn a bad name if examination is called off because of paper leak. Because as far as UP police examinations are concerned, this constable examination, so many preparations had been made for so many days, and Chief Minister was personally monitoring that examination should take place because there was no examination during COVID period. So vacancies had increased to 60,000 plus, and 50 lakh students they appeared. Now I think they are going to change the pattern from next time after the elections are over. The problem is that investigation in such cases is very, very long drawn, and you have to work really hard on it for months, and only then you will be able to make arrests of the people who really initiated the paper leak. In this time, it's being done, and it's being done for other papers also. But the problem is that investigating agency STF they have a few people, and in the meantime there are some sensational crimes also, and attention is diverted. But I hope that all the people who are involved in leakage this time, they shall be booked, so that when examination takes place next time, then it shall be absolutely foolproof. Initially, you see, there used to be exchange of a lot of money in examination, but since the time UP Police and Promotion Bharti Board has been established, corruption is not there. Corruption is not there at all. The problem is only leakage of paper
Okay.
at printing press level or
That
during
itself is a huge
distribution,
claim.
and
That
that
itself
has
is a
to be
huge claim.
corrected.
I'm sure there would be political counters to that also, sir. Arvind Kumarji, let me just get in Sanjeev at this point. Sanjeev, when you hear top political leaders, including Prime Minister Modi or Rahul Gandhi or others, speak the way they speak, आपके ऊपर कोई असर पड़ता है? आपको कोई, do you have any hope?
तो मैम गवर्नमेंट पे विश्वास तो रखना ही पड़ेगा, कोई भी है, पीएम है या फिर सीएम है, जो वो कहते हैं वो शायद अगर इम्प्लीमेंट हो तो बेहतर रहेगा हमारे लिए, सभी स्टूडेंट्स के लिए। मैं बस एक पॉइंट रखना चाह रहा था कि जो यूपीएससी प्रोसीजर फॉलो करता है, इतने लोगों का एग्जाम करवाता है, बट स्टिल नो पेपर लीक्स आर देयर इन यूपीएससी। तो वो सेम प्रोसीजर क्यों रेप्लिकेट नहीं किया जा सकता है सभी स्टेट्स में, एग्जैक्ट प्रोसीजर that can help curb leakage, I guess.
Very, very important question. Nayan Parekh ji, just a last question from you possibly, Nayan Parekh. Why can't this system be replicated? I mean, why can't it be replicated for others as well? Is the scale an issue really? But again, India boasts of an administrative system that should be able to cope with it. Look at the boards that are conducted across the country. If that can be conducted, why not UPSC scale exams for everyone? What's the problem with the procedure?
Sure, Sneha. I think there has to be a strong willingness. I think that is the only thing. If you can do it for, say, 5 important exams in India, you can do it in all the exams. So it is only a question of firm resolve at every level of examination. Are you sure कि भाई लीक नहीं होगा? और लीक होगा तो immediately सजा होगी इसकी. यदि कोई कॉपी करता है तो immediately सजा होगी. I think the moment we do that, then छोटे एग्जाम हो, बड़े एग्जाम हो, सब एग्जाम में वही शिस्त चलेगी जो कि यूपीएससी में, कैट में, जेईई में है. So it's only a question of, I think, and I'm glad that you're bringing it on this national media, making it important where people would understand that this must be done.
Okay, one minute to Pankuri Pathak and Pradeep Mawar. Pankuri Pathak ji, can you assure that henceforth any Congress ruled state will not have paper leaks? I mean, considering Rahul Gandhi is promising this across the nation, I'm sure Congress is in capable hands to ensure that it will not happen in Congress ruled states. Strategy to hoga, if Rahul Gandhi is promising, I'm sure there must be some truth.
Right. So, first of all, I want to assure you that we are very serious about the paper leak situation, and Rahul ji has put across a very concrete plan to deal with it. He's constantly talking about it. He has not shied away from talking on this issue, and we will ensure our best that no paper leak takes place in any Congress-ruled state. Even though we don't have a double engine sarkar, we don't have central agencies, we'll still ensure that we'll do our best to ensure that people get the government jobs that they deserve. And when it comes to the BJP, it is a clear situation that they really don't have an intention, maybe as a matter of creating all these hindrances when it comes to providing government jobs to our youngsters. So be it paper leaks, be it
Pradeep Mawar ji, 1 minute to you. How do you respond to this? How do you respond to what Pankuri ji is saying? I have just a minute to you, Pradeep Mawar ji. How do you respond to this?
Right. Earlier, there was a government, in Rajasthan, Congress government in Rajasthan. Paper leaks were going on. Ultimate, what the government was doing, all cover-ups. That's it. Now, SIT was organized. SIT went. They found out issues. They are on the move of cracking down these kind of loopholes that are there in the system. So, loopholes are being found out by the BJP government, which were created, which were developed, which were negotiated with people, spreaded between the people, and well marketed by the Congress government.
Okay.
This is what my point is. So if Rahul Gandhi has some miracle,
Thank you very much.
Which he could not apply on states, and now he is going to do something very different.
All right, Arvind.
He is seeking public support on this kind of a diluted and undeclared kind of an agenda.
Okay, Pradeep Mawar ji, you've made your point. I'm running out of time. I just want to leave one thought with our viewers, and it's unfortunate that none of our panelists could really bring this out. We did not even have time to discuss this, but it's a very relevant point. Remember, the brunt that a woman aspirant bears is far more than a male aspirant. A male aspirant may have the luxury of a family support. Many times, in many circumstances, a woman aspirant's clock is ticking for all the responsibilities that she needs to bear, including a marriage that she needs to get into. This is unfortunate India's reality, and these paper leaks are snubbing our young people at the place that it hits the worst. Our young people deserve better, and I do hope our politicians will be able to go beyond scoring brownie points. Thank you very much for joining us. Thank you, Sanjeev Bishnoi, Pradeep Mawar, Arvind Kumar Jain, Pankuri Pathak, Nayan Parekh. Thank you very much, all of you, for joining.